Good evening. Thunder Bay Police are confirming a successful arrest and a peaceful resolution of an armed hostage situation which took over a 14-hour period yesterday on North Cumberland Street. It all began around 8:30 in the morning when officers responded to a report of a man with a handgun, which quickly evolved into an armed standoff with a hostage involved. City police say that's one of the most serious calls in policing. The situation was resolved around 10:30 p.m., with the male suspect taken into custody without further incident. Police say due to skillful negotiators, the individual who had been held hostage was able to exit the location at around 3:30 yesterday afternoon. Police Chief Darcy Fleury commended the extraordinary efforts of all involved, including numerous units of the city police force, the OPP team that provided assistance, and the public for their patience and cooperation. There is no word yet of the identity of the suspect or the potential charges being laid. Big changes could be coming to the way Greenstone residents pay for water services. Council has directed staff to consult with the community to create a new water and wastewater policy. Justin Hardy reports.
Greenstone is looking to switch from quarterly to monthly billing, which it hopes will reduce the chances of users falling behind on payments. Right now, a typical water bill lands at over $580 every 3 months. The new plan would break that down into monthly payments of around $194. In addition, the new policy also adds monthly fees for seasonal water users who have their services turned off in the winter. Nakina Ward Councillor Matthew Donovan wants to know how that's going to work.
Someone's going away for the winter and they call us and we shut off their water for the winter. Now this would have them continue to pay a minimal fee to maintain the lines and maintain everything. And is that a single charge or a monthly charge? And how long after they shut it off do we continue to charge?
Municipality Treasurer and Director of Corporate Services Darcy Chapman explains that this change aims to ensure that property owners pay an equal share in the long-term maintenance of the system as long as they are connected to the line.
The expectation would be that the property owner would turn their water off, if they're a snowbird or whatever, and would still be charged the equivalent monthly amount every month through that winter, even though the water was turned off. And the expectation is that there's fairness and equity, and that we have to maintain those pipes 12 months of the year, whether they're being used or not.
Another change to the policy will see the number of water meters in Greenstone cut by more than half, focusing on the properties that actually use them. Mayor James McPherson says that a lot of businesses just don't need them.
The proposal tonight was to actually take 2/3 of the meters out that we have in commercial establishments because they're not using the minimum amount. So why are we why are we running the meters? Why are we recording meters? Why are we not sending invoices? So they've done an analysis, which is great. Staff went out and said, no, we probably don't need to be doing this anymore. So as meters need to come out for replacement, we'll just take them out.
Administration will be asking the public for feedback throughout July, with a final decision on the new policy expected in August. Justin Hardy, TBT News.
The OPP have closed Highway 17 in both directions near Vermilion Bay due to a transport fire. Ontario 511 reported the incident at 1 p.m. The transport vehicle caught fire on Waldhof Road South, adjacent to the highway, resulting in an all-lane closure. Motorists were advised to use caution in the area. There is no word yet on the cause of the fire or when the blockage will clear. The highway will remain closed until the OPP resolves the situation. The Northwest Region OPP has been celebrating Pride over the past month. The police service recently produced a video highlighting one of their officers at the Kenora Detachment, Constable Haley McCleary.
I've been to a few Pride events as a police officer, and I think that having the visibility of, yes, I'm a police officer, but also like showing support and being a part of the LGBTQ+ community, it's inviting, it's inclusive, it's something that is important to me, and I'm glad to be part of the OPP and that it supports that. I'm Provincial Constable Haley McCleary. I work up in the Northwest Region, and I am a member of the LGBTQ community. I've been with the OPP as a constable since 2019. I was posted to Kenora. I didn't know where Kenora was, so it was roll of the dice to come up here. I've been here for almost 6 years. I was from the GTA, and then coming up to small town in northwestern Ontario was a huge change for me. I was very surprised to find the size of the LGBTQ community within Kenora when I got up here. It was very easy to meet lots of people and make lots of friends who have all of the same interests and who are also part of the LGBTQ community. So coming from a huge city where pride is a big deal, it was really good to see how a small town had embraced the LGBTQ plus community. This year, the pride banners were available for order earlier in the year, and we are now able to wear them for the entire duration of Pride for the month of June, which I think is a huge step in the right direction. It just kind of shows the month of June is Pride Month, and that's really important to a lot of people, and to be able to show our support for that I think is huge. So big step for the OPP. The OPP itself has a very diverse range of officers when it comes to ethnic background or sexual identity or gender or race or anything that you can think of, and that is what makes up the organization. So supporting the members within the organization truly shows the OPP and its community. All of us are police officers. We are all doing the same job regardless of our background or what community we're a part of or anything like that. At the end of the day, if someone's calling the police for help, they're just looking at you as you, and they would like your assistance at that time, instead of maybe stigmas that would have existed 5, 10 plus years ago. There's lots of people who I've met within the LGBTQ community, within the OPP, and to me, having the support of all of those people have been really huge in my journey as a police officer. And I think that as time goes on, society becomes more and more supportive of the LGBTQ community, and even that sheds a little bit of a positive light, knowing that we're moving forward, we're not moving backwards, there is more support, there's less hatred, there's more acceptance. I'm just happy to be an advocate and be in a position where I can speak openly and for these things. If that means being someone others can look to for support or guidance, then that means a lot to me.
A local band whose main audience is children was bringing smiles and laughter to the Waverly Library this week. The Grumpy Grandpas presented a fun show with a not-so-grumpy groove.
With extra cheese, from tomatoes, the sauce is squeezed.
The concert marked the opening of the summer season at the public libraries, with many events planned for children of all ages over the next 2 months. This concert was aimed at younger kids and featured timeless children's classics and interactive fun through music and storytelling. Organizers say they want to encourage an early love for the arts with this show and all the other events this summer.
We were able to really sit down and look at our calendars, break them out together with myself and our programmers, and look at everything we hope to accomplish and everything we hope to offer this summer. We've been able to really pack the weeks. If people take a look at our calendar, which they can view in print, and any of the library branches, you can pick up a copy, or if they just head to our website, they'll see there is something happening every week that they can access and attend.
Well, we play some call and response songs, so we sing a line, they sing it back to us. We play some songs that have lots of rhythm in them, and they can jump up and down and dance with us. And we also do a lot of songs about animals, because they love animals.
A locally produced Indigenous short film is drawing attention across Ontario for its powerful take on environmental issues. The Moth celebrated its home debut Thursday at the Boer Alaskan Faculty of Law.
This land means nothing to them.
The Moth tells the story of a First Nations woman surviving in the year 2039, after the land has been overtaken by lithium mines and buried nuclear waste. With an overarching theme of "we shouldn't have taken the money," the film was intended to shine a light on current environmental issues in northwestern Ontario, particularly surrounding the planned nuclear waste storage facility near Ignace and Bills 5 and C5. Following the screening, a panel brought discussions to explore the film's connection to Bill 5. Director Zoe Gordon says the film shows the terrors of land devastation.
And not only nuclear waste, which the film is really about how afraid we are of nuclear waste because of how long that waste stays radioactive, but it's also about all the other things that we're facing: mining, loss of forests, loss of habitat. You know, there's just so much that people are going through that yeah, we feel horrified. The film is a true horror story because we are actually very horrified about what's happening.
Following the discussion, community members were invited to stay and paint signs in support of the June 4 rally, which protested Bill C-5 and the proposed nuclear waste facility.